Neymar can wait for Barca as his only priority is returning as a free agent, reports Scoop. Neymar's last dance next season, yes or no? Barcelona fans. With all due respect, Neymar is a generational talent, a good footballer, a pure talent. In fact, after Lionel Messi, Neymar is one player that I developed so much love for. I love his attitude in football. I love his footballing qualities. I just love, his flair, everything that he has to bring to the game, the joy he brings to the game, how he approaches football, and everything. I just love Neymar. He was a joy to watch at Barcelona, and even when he left Barcelona, he was still a joy to watch. And his qualities are undeniable. Undoubtedly, one of the best players in world football. Although injury, did not allow him to attain his full potentials. And we all can agree that since Neymar left Barcelona, that left flank has not been filled up. We have been unable to replace Neymar perfectly on that wing. We tried replacing him with Coutinho. We tried replacing him with Dembele, all to no avail. We have tried replacing him all this while, and that wing up until now is still open. And even though we are yet to replace Neymar on that wing perfectly well, we are still looking for a left flank. But I don't want Neymar back to the club. I don't want Neymar back to the club. We can't afford to have a player like Neymar at the club right now. A 33-year-old Neymar. If we couldn't have Neymar while he was younger, not now that he's 33, not now that he's older, 33 years old. And not to talk about his injury profiles. If a young Neymar can be very much prone to injury, what about a 33-year-old Neymar? I'm not saying I'm not praying for him to move past that injury problems, but considering his injury profile, we cannot have him at Barcelona. That is one. And then the influence he's going to bring to the team. Now, Neymar is one footballer that I know that almost every Barcelona player, respects. You all know that Lamine Yamal already idolizes Neymar. So Neymar coming to the club is going to draw so much respect. Naturally, it's not like he's going to ask for the respect. The team is going to naturally respect Neymar and shifting the balance towards Neymar. Right now in Barcelona, there is what I call separation of powers. Separation of powers. Every player in that Barcelona team has equal powers. They all have their power limits. They have limit to what they can do, how they can exercise their powers in Barcelona right now. Lamine Yamal has his own power. Doski has his own. Rafinha has his own. Pedri has his own. Casado, Frankie, every footballer in that team, every player in that Barcelona team right now has equal powers. You cannot say, okay, our style of play, our gameplay is leaned towards a certain player. Maybe Lamine Yamal or Doski or Rafinha. Even though at some point it looked as though without Lamine Yamal we could not win matches. But we put a stop to that. Right now we can win without anybody and we can win with anybody. But with Neymar being in that team, everything is just going to shift to his side. And remember, Neymar will always be a star man. And you guys know how Neymar plays. Neymar somehow is not that serious of a footballer. You all know how unserious Neymar can be sometimes in football matches. Neymar is that player that will dribble a player and still want to return back to dribble that same player. Sometimes he allows his ego to get the most of him. And right now in Barcelona, we don't want such a leader. I would go for a 40-year-old Lionel Messi than a 33-year-old Neymar Jr. So Neymar coming to Barcelona, for me, will have his advantages and also lots of disadvantages. And for the fact that Lamine Yamal looks up to Neymar, his style of play is going to change. Neymar is going to infect him with that so much dribbling. And you guys can notice that of recent, Lamine Yamal has started dribbling so much. Unlike before, Yamal knows when to dribble and when not to dribble. But of recent, he's dribbling so much and he's trying to get on the score sheet. Just like Femi Lopez, Rafinha and Lewandowski. He seriously wants to make sure he gets on the score sheet. And that sees him dribble so much, take chances that he's supposed to pass to his teammates. So Neymar coming to that club is going to so much destabilize us and destroy what we have been building over these months since Hansi Flick got to the club. So all we need now is a young player, a young player for a longer project, and not Neymar. Neymar has had his time, had his opportunity. He used it and misused it. So his time and career in Barcelona is over. I'm not expecting Barcelona to consider this move whatsoever, regardless of the fact that it's going to be a free transfer. And yes, Neymar has so much quality that he could bring to the team, but looking at the disadvantageous part of it, I really won't be happy with this move. And I'm sure that Barcelona will not go for Neymar or ask Neymar to come to the club on free transfer. So I'm expecting a good hunt in the market from Barcelona instead of bringing Neymar on free transfer to Barcelona. Thank you.